It is hope and glory, Lincoln City winning tonight in the EFL Trophy. Mark Kennedy's joined us pitchside. Mark, your thoughts on that victory?
Pleased to get through, pleased to win the group. OK performance at best, which frustrated me a little bit. But we're through to the next round, so plenty of positives in there for sure.
People will see the scoreline and think it was a comfortable victory, but it could have been a lot more comfortable, could it?
Yeah, I think my frustration was it should have been a really easy night, and I thought our decision making, particularly in the first half, was particularly disappointing. I don't know whether it was players wanting to be heroes or too keen to impress, but all you do is make yourself look poor. The best players make the best decisions, and tonight our decisions in the first half were poor, I felt. I told them that at half time. I thought the second half was better, but I thought we could have had a really comfortable night tonight, and that's no disrespect to Newcastle. They're a very impressive young side, but I thought at times we made it difficult for ourselves.
You got the early goal, and it was just from your pressing game. You've talked a lot about that since you've been at the football club, wanting to be a high intensity side, and it was from pressing their defence that led to that goal.
Yeah, and even before then, I think it was Ben House was really unlucky not to get a goal after a minute. So there'll be different things for different games. I thought tonight's game was perfect to press. We know Newcastle are going to want to play football. They're going to try and play out. So it gives us the opportunity to press. Some of it was very good, to be fair. I think that was evident. So credit to the guys for that.
There was a moment in the first half where you kicked the ball away, and I've not seen you like that since you've been head coach, certainly in the dugout, and it seemed to be frustration at your own team. Is that right?
Correct, 100%. But I take full responsibility for my own actions, and I deservedly got a yellow card, and I apologise for that.
Was it just the frustration that you talked about the players not doing what you wanted them?
I'm not going to blame anybody else other than myself.
Second half, again, it was a controlled performance, wasn't it? That was probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah, the guys have to understand. I felt today if we'd have passed the ball in short technical actions, we would have really opened them up, and we did do that at times, and we did that a lot more in the second half to get ourselves into good positions in the final third. So there were definitely longer periods and more periods in the second half we were able to control the game, and that was a big positive.
A huge positive tonight was Freddie getting his first Lincoln City goal as well. Speaking to him out here, he was obviously delighted. You could see the weight lifted off him, and a huge moment for him.
Yeah, incredible, and he deserves it because I say he deserves it because he's trained like that. He's really said to us, give me an opportunity when it arrives, I'm ready. He's absolutely done that. I'm really pleased for him because he's had a really tough time with injuries, and when he came back, and he's a long time out with his shoulder, I think it was, and he came back and he got a very innocuous injury in training which set him back some time as well. So playing in the first team at home, scoring a goal, and I was delighted to see him celebrate the way he did, because sometimes I watch players, I used to go nuts when I scored in training, so I didn't score many, that's why, but it's good to see that reaction, and I love all that, so really pleased. But I have to say, I know we're talking about Freddie, I thought Alicia was outstanding. I thought he was the best player on the pitch, and in terms of his performance, his defending, it was his decision making which really impressed me, and I said to the guys at half time, it was a really selfless, flawless first half, and he's a young lad. And on one hand I was really pleased, but actually made me a little bit angry seeing other players not doing those things. But yeah, really pleased for the young guys tonight, and obviously Oshin got on as well, which was a big plus, because we just don't, I will not just give people minutes for the sake of it. You have to earn it.
And you talked about Alicia pre-game, and you used the phrase something along the lines of, we're going to help him through the 90 minutes, but you probably didn't have to help him a lot. He helped himself, didn't he, with how he approached the game? Yeah,
he did. A huge amount of plaudits have to go to him, but there'll be little things that you can't see. I thought Regan Poole, if you speak to Alicia, I'm sure he'd say it was amazing playing alongside him, performed like a captain, and I know for a fact that he just he was in his ear supporting him all the way through, as I'm sure the rest of the lads were, but it's a lot easier when you're next to somebody and you can't see that from the side, you can't see that from the stand. And I think Regan was a real brilliant captain, as he is every week, but I think Alicia deserves a huge amount of credit for his performance.
One downside was Tashnokli Booth coming off injured. What was the issue there?
Yeah, apologies for this, because he's got a groin injury, but after games I don't get involved in any of that, because you're going to have to wait at least 24 hours. So I don't tend to speak to the guys about that till the day after, which doesn't help yourself in reporting to the fans. I think it was a groin injury. I've no idea how bad it was or how long it's going to be. I don't know, but I'm sure we'll be able to give you more information on Thursday.
And looking ahead now, you've got a huge game this weekend. You've been able to get through, progress while resting some of your key players as well, which when you look at the schedule, there's not much time to do that, is there, in the next few weeks?
No, and picking a team tonight, I keep saying that we picked a team to win the game, but there was also mindful of that. We're not blessed with a massive squad, so it was also looking at the risk factor as well, and kind of protecting people and stuff like that. So I think on the whole there were more positives than negatives in that regard.
Thank
you very much.
That's Mark Kennedy.
Cheers.
Joining us live on
Hello, how are you?
Hi, not bad, thanks. How are you? I've just got one quick question for you. Obviously, top of the group, finally got yourself a home cup tie, which seems like it's not happening all this season. Obviously, it will create a congested fixture period for you. Do you relish them challenges, or?
Congested fixture period, not at all. We were just talking about that inside. I think we're in 4 competitions. I hope I've not made a fool of myself and got that. I don't think we have the squad to play in 4 competitions, but it is what it is. But I hope by the teams that we've picked and how we've played and approached these games, that we've made it clear that we were in every competition to win as many games as we can. Is it helpful? Not really.